Greetings fellow Vita fans, this is James with PS Vita at 2 AM, coming at you once again with another exciting video. And if you're new here and love everything PlayStation Vita, don't forget to subscribe. Recently I was contacted by someone who works at Digital MLS? I think I'm pronouncing that right, who is a viewer of this YouTube channel. They're a producer of the Ys website, and they told me that they had something that you guys out there might find very interesting regarding the Ys Origin game, particularly the one that was released by Limited Run Games. They asked if I was interested in making a video on this topic, and being that it had to do with a physical game from Limited Run Games for the PlayStation Vita, which we all know reeks of awesomeness, I just couldn't say no. And let me know your thoughts and opinions about this video down in the comment section below. Before we can uncover this mystery though, we gotta go all the way back to the beginning. Now if you weren't aware, Ys Origin got a physical release through Limited Run Games and PlayAsia almost around the same exact time, back some years ago. With PlayAsia, they got one exclusive cover and Limited Run Games got two exclusive covers, thus just feeding our collector's intuition even further. I'm not unhealthy, I promise. Let's start off first with Limited Run Games versions. Here is the first cover art they made for the game, which is meh at best. I'll just be honest here, I was not a fan of this cover art whatsoever. So much so that I want to publicly burn it. It looked alright in the collector's edition, but as an actual slipcover for the game, it left a lot to be desired, and there was way too much empty space for my personal taste. Hey, kinda like your... That joke's too obvious. Oh, and for reference, here is what the collector's edition looked like. Pretty similar to it if you ask me, save for some varying colors and the two small characters off on the bottom left. I mean, honestly, they're so small, why even include them there in the first place? But maybe that's just a nitpick on my part. Now, let's move on to the second cover from Limited Run Games. Okay, now we're talking here. Much better. Truth be told, I still would have preferred a little bit more of an anime look to them. I mean, it's definitely there, but in my opinion, it seems to be a mix between a Western theme and an anime theme all rolled into one. If that makes any sense to anyone. It probably doesn't. I don't know if any of you guys can see that out there, but that's what it looks like to me anyway. But still, as I said, much better than the previous. These two were reversible cover arts, by the way, and as you'd expect, as soon as I got them in from Limited Run Games, guess which cover art I got? Yep, that one. Suffice to say, as soon as I did, I made sure to open up that bad boy like a mofo and switch it over to the second one, which made it look a lot better on the shelf, even though you could only see the spine. Now, I had mentioned that there was also an Asian English version that was on PlayAsia, and let's get a good look at that right now. Whoa, that one totally blows away the other two. It has so many more characters on the cover art, is way more colorful, despite the fact it being not quite as bright, and it has that sweet anime look I was looking for all along. Sorry, I promise I'll never do that again. But this cover art right here out of the three is my preferred. Also, fun fact here, for those who weren't aware, the Asian English version of Ys Origin came with the recommended 2GB patch, which fixed some issues with the game, that being frame rate and some minor glitching, whereas the Limited Run Games version doesn't include the 2GB patch, and you thus have to add it yourself manually from the live area screen, meaning you have to soak up 2+ gigabytes of your memory card. Just thought I'd give a buyer beware out there for those who didn't know that. For me personally now, I didn't think the 2GB patch was completely necessary. I was able to get through the game just fine without it, and while there was a few frame rate stutters and a glitch which wouldn't show me my correct playtime, other than that, I thought it was completely doable, and we all know how precious that memory card space is. Okay now, anyway, we got the cover art out of the way, we talked about the game's patch and all that, so what's the news now regarding this unknown fact about Ys Origin on the PlayStation Vita from Limited Run Games? Going back to the cover art now, did you know that Limited Run Games originally had a third cover art in mind for the game that ended up being scrapped? Yes, it's true. This is what the official Ys Twitter account had to say. Did you know at Limited Run Games was considering this gorgeous third design for their #Vita Island release of #Ys Origin. Two other designs were made instead as a double-sided slipcover. Games were packaged with covers randomly facing out. Collectors had to have them both. What do you think? And now, for the moment you all have been waiting for, here is what the previously unreleased third design for the cover art of Ys Origin engine originally was going to look like. Wow. Man, limited run, like seriously? What were you guys thinking? How could you use those other two designs and not want to use this one? Heck, I probably would have paid extra for a collector's edition if it would have come exclusively in that, just to get this art here alone. At the moment I'm making this video, it's not known as to why limited run games scrapped this third design, but I want some answers. You got some splaining to do, Doug. And you too, Josh. I'm looking at you too. It may interest some of you to know that somebody on Twitter made their own variant slipcover of this art for their PlayStation 4. So, if anybody out there wants to doctor this into a PlayStation Vita cover, that would be more than welcome. And here's the template for anybody who wants to do that. So, let me know, everyone. Did you know about this fun fact? Did you order a copy of Ys Origins physically through Limited Run Games and are now just shaking your fist angrily that they scrapped this idea? How mad are you? Or maybe you never heard of Ys Origins before and you're like, dude, I'm totally gonna pick this game up now because it's a very, very fun hack and slash dungeon crawler. Let me know down in the comment section though. And as always, fellow Vita fans, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. Love you all, and I'll see you next time. The following video has been brought to you in part by all of these wonderfully generous people who help make this content possible, including Matt Fox, B Mystery, Neo Arashi, Marco Beraldi, Reiko Star, David Ray, Wendy K, Hemdall Imbert, Gutter Drums, Larry Anderson, Mario Cruz, Jelle, Buzz Sayin, Richard Cruz, Dennis R. Huggins Jr., Adam Sondi, Hero Acer, Skulshire Tugel TCG, Adam Theory, Pure Sterner, E-Rock, JR, Kyle Brooks, Saul Ramirez, Phantom XRS, Rodrigo Vera, Aaron Swanson, Heston Joseph, Kevin Enright, Jared Haddo, Joshua Williams, Ruben Gutierrez, BMF, Eric DeWitt, Silica, Burrs and Mystery, and Red One Alloy. If you would be interested in supporting the channel and seeing your name on this end screen here, or if you wish to remain anonymous, that's cool too, then check the links down in the description below. I have numerous ways for you to do so down there. Oh, this video. It was a bittersweet double-edged sword. I laughed, I cried, but I mostly cried.